Hey guys, welcome back to the Adam C. Moreno Show. I am pumped, I am full of energy, and I hope you are too, because this week is radically important. Tomorrow, the Senate Finance Committee takes its vote on RFK Jr., and this is a critical moment. If he passes that vote, then the full vote to the Senate floor happens. Okay, so let's not take our foot off the gas, but let's go ahead and talk about other things that have happened. Today, President Trump was answering questions and in the Oval Office for reporters, and one of the reporters actually asked him about RFK Jr., Tulsi, and some of his other nominees in terms of how this process is going. And I believe that he does share some optimism here. So I think this is a really great video. Check this out. Also, real quick, if you like being part of the conversations that we have here, please consider liking and subscribing to this channel. It means the world. Okay, check this out.
Tariffs will be very, very substantial. Okay, I'm going to sign this one.
Sir, this is, you've obviously made making America healthy again a key priority of this administration. A key component of that is obviously heart health. This is a ceremonial proclamation declaring the month of February to be National Heart Month.
Okay. I hear we're doing very well with nominations. We'll see, but it looks like we're doing very well with nominations.
Mr. President, have you been involved with calling senators who had some concerns about Tulsi Gabbard? Or
Yes.
RFK?
Yeah, I've gotten great response.
There we go. Right now, the reporter asked him, have you been involved in calling senators to confirm RFK Jr. and Tulsi? And he says, yes. Now, that is huge, because a lot of people are wondering, like, oh my gosh, does President Trump even care? I feel like he could be doing more. Gosh, behind the scenes, my guy is working. Okay, not only is he being incredibly productive for just getting in office, but he is actually working to make sure his nominees could actually push this country in the direction that makes American lives better and healthier and safer. So let's continue watching.
About Tulsi Gabbard? Or
Yes.
RFK?
Yeah, I've gotten great response. And they want to do what's right, and we've had a good response. I think we'll do well. We have great people like this. We have great people coming in. I think I'd like to say the best ever recruited for government. I think we have the finest people ever recruited for government.
Will it take an act of Congress?
And you know what? You're starting to see that, because we've done more in 2 weeks than Biden's done in 5 years, 6 years. They could be here between him and Obama. You add it up, okay? We've done more in 2 weeks than they've done in 12 years.
Will it take an act of
That is a bar, and I love it. But there you have it. President Trump sharing so much confidence and optimism about Tulsi Gabbard and RFK Jr. He's pretty much blasting them with positive energy going their way, and I just think that is incredible. I originally saw this from end tribalism in politics, right? And I love that one of the top comments says, ultimately, politicians are guided more by what is popular than what they truly believe. We're sure many of those holdouts don't want to be the last ones left standing alone now that they are realizing how popular the movement Trump has reignited is. Now, what I think is interesting here is, like, we always talk about how, like, wildly popular these guys are, but you know what? I decided to go one step further and check out Polymarket. And there's actually this question that says, which Trump picks will be confirmed? And look at this. We have Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., Kash Patel, and everyone else. But look at some of these numbers, right? Some of these people have like 100%, 99%, 98%, 99%. But what I want to look at here are these three, Tulsi Gabbard, RFK Jr., and Kash Patel. So RFK Jr. actually has like the lowest chance here at 83%, right? So this is very, very surprising for me. I mean, we knew that it was going to be kind of a challenge, but we really never know, like, to what capacity that challenge is. But looking at these numbers, I think, I don't know, 83, still pretty solid. But Tulsi Gabbard, I feel like for the past week or two, she has been very fluctuating. Did it just go down right now? I think it just went down right now, but that is crazy. It looks like after her, like, what is this? It looks like after her confirmation hearing, her probabilities skyrocketed. Yeah, so just on January 30th, her chance was at 56%, and then now it is sitting at 92% at the time of this video. So that is crazy. But nonetheless, I think all of these are really, really positive. 83% is still incredibly high. 92 is still solid. So that is good stuff. Now, I also want to share this video. The White House just released this like an hour ago, but it is the press secretary, Caroline Leavitt, going ahead and sharing
We are
in
2 weeks
90
in.
she's sharing in 95 seconds pretty much everything that the White House, that the Trump administration has done. So this is awesome, and I'd love for you to check it out.
We are 2 weeks in, and President Trump is already delivering big wins for the American people. Let's go through the facts. On the border, President Trump declared a national emergency, deployed the military, ended catch and release, and reinstated Remain in Mexico. And already, illegal crossings are down 95%. We are resuming construction of the border wall, and Colombia's president is now offering his own plane for deportation of illegal Colombian immigrants. On the economy and energy, President Trump unleashed American energy, declared a national energy emergency, and killed Joe Biden's radical electric vehicle mandate. Wall Street is booming, AI investments skyrocketed to $500 billion, and there's $20 billion flowing into U.S. data centers across our country. President Trump is restoring law and order. He labeled the drug cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and he is deporting criminal illegal aliens, and he signed the Laken Riley Act into law. Draining the swamp, President Trump signed more than 45 executive orders. DEI has been purged from the government and our military, and lazy federal workers have been ordered back to the office. And when it comes to free speech and transparency, President Trump took 12 times more press questions than Joe Biden did in a week, reinstated 440 silenced journalists to the press room, and ended government censorship. Promises made, promises kept, and we're just getting started.
That is crazy. Look at this. President Trump took 12 times the amount of press questions in just 1 week than President Biden did in the last 2 years of his administration. So this openness, this transparency, this connection, it's not just feeling. We're not just feeling like this government is more transparent. No. This is real. This is directly from the White House. This is crazy. I also saw this from Senator John Fetterman. He tweeted this morning saying, "Protect and defend SNAP. We must not cut it. Food insecurity is real, and we have a core responsibility to alleviate it. Taxpayers shouldn't underwrite products devoid of nutritional value that undermine our nation's health." And he tweets this photo from the Wall Street Journal, it's a screenshot from the Wall Street Journal saying, "Coke, PepsiCo lobby to keep sugary sodas in food stamp program." So again, this is John Fetterman pretty much saying, like, no, we have a health problem, and I know how to fix it. So just the other day, we were talking about how we feel like there are these hints, these fingerprints of the direction that Senator Fetterman is going to be voting in regards to RFK Jr. and some of the other picks, but in particular in regards to making America healthy again. Again, this to me is another fingerprint that he is going to be voting for RFK Jr. Dang, imagine. So that's what I am seeing. And check this out. Senator Thom Tillis, right from, what is this, North Carolina, he tweeted this out today, and it is a photo with him and RFK Jr. in his office. And he says, "Looking forward to supporting Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s confirmation and working with him to make America healthy again." Holy smokes. I love it. Again, like I said yesterday, what we're doing here, what we're building here, what other millions of people believe, what millions of people have voted for across this country for RFK Jr. through President Trump. Like I said yesterday, I really believe that this moment right now, this inflection point of our country, I really believe this is unstoppable. And I love it. Tomorrow's going to be a big deal. All right. So that's pretty much all the media that I had to share. But I do want to say one last thing. Like, guys, the video from yesterday where I was right outside of Lake Mead, it just the response that I got here was completely overwhelming, and it was exciting, and it was just so kind of reaffirming. Like, you guys just it's like you guys shot me in the chest with some adrenaline. You guys just pumped me up. You guys got me fired up. You guys made me so excited to do this. You guys made me grateful that I get to do this. And I just love that I get to serve you guys through this. And whenever I was watching this and I was responding to some comments earlier, and I actually responded to pretty much like nearly every single comment on this video, and I loved it. But in doing that, there were some words that were kind of pounding in me, and it was kind of just I wanted to open up an invitation for people who wanted to be part of what we're doing here, this community that we're building, and how we're kind of shaping these conversations for the future. I wanted to kind of just say a couple words to you guys. And if you made it to the end of this video, that kind of tells me that you guys are invested in this conversation. And I'd actually want to encourage you, if you want to invest further, if you want to invest in this mission, if you want to invest in this conversation, there's really two ways that they can do that. You can become a member to this YouTube channel, or you could go ahead and subscribe to the newsletter. And both of those ways really, really help me out, and they continue to allow me to do what I do, and hopefully in a better and more effective way. And I'm just going to go ahead and read these words that I shared earlier. And I love them so much. I'm really proud of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and read it. I wrote, "The system is rigged. The narratives are scripted, and way too many people are asleep at the wheel, but not us. We see it. We question it. We push back. We're not waiting for the future. We are the future." I really like that one. "If you believe in honest conversations, in fighting for something that matters, in a building the future instead of watching it happen like a tourist, then let's do it together." Whenever I was putting those words together, it was so important to me, because I really think there are people who watch things happen from a distant, and those are the tourists. And then there are the people who they get their hands dirty. They try to manipulate the future. They try to participate in a life to create something that does not exist right now, and they make it exist. They go through they do the work. They almost punish themselves, and they hurt in the moment to create something. And I just love that. Builders build. And I think it's just fascinating. So, and I continue and I write, "Support this work, and let's make the decisions today that people will talk about for decades from now. Let's build something that matters. Support the work today, because the choices we make in this moment will be the future that we create for tomorrow." And then I put these options in which you could be part of this. So I read all this because obviously I couldn't memorize it. And sometimes you say something once in a really eloquent way, and it's almost impossible to say it like that again. But I think these words perfectly capture the community, and they capture what we're building here. And I would just love to encourage someone who might be watching this, who really feels like they want to go ahead and pour into me and into this mission and into these conversations. So if that sounds like you, please consider being part of this in a more meaningful way, to go from not simply a watcher but a contributor. Right? Not everyone there are some people who are just tourists, and that's fine, but then there are other people who really want to, dig a stake on the ground and say, "You know what? I believe in this. I believe in this mission. I believe in this direction. I believe in the building of this at the core. So I want to be part of this, and I want to contribute." So if that sounds like you, please consider joining as a member. Consider joining the newsletter, or however in whatever capacity makes sense to you. So Anyways, that's all. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you even want to share your time with me in this way. And I'm just grateful for you guys.
So Kim and
So thank you so much for watching today. This is what I was watching later. Incredible. Anyways, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Let me know what you thought about some of the conversations that we had today, from RFK Jr. to President Trump to what the White House has taken care of in only 2 weeks. And holy smokes, says it's barely been 2 weeks, but it feels like we're living in a whole new world. And sometimes that happens, right? It's kind of crazy how quickly things can change. So anyways, I'll go ahead and end it off there. Thank you. I love you. And I will see you all next time. I'll see you in the future. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.